Hello, today I want to start with horrendous, terrible attack of violence in Dublin yesterday. Two 5-year-old children and a 6-year-old child and two adults stabbed seriously, critically, for being in the wrong place at the wrong time by an illegal Algerian parasite who shouldn't have been in Ireland in the first place. Such incense followed by the locals that this Algerian was battered and kicked about. My personal opinion, it was a shame the police got there before they could do some real serious damage. That's how I feel about anybody who hurts or abuses children. So last night in Dublin, irate people came out. Not for 1 minute do I agree with the looting and the burning of shops, but I 100% understand why they took to the streets with the frustrations and betrayal of their government, just like what's happened in our country and all over Europe, in every country in Europe. Now these people went out, they confronted the police. To be quite honest, I haven't got a problem with them confronting the police. That's the only way the establishment is going to listen to the masses. I'm not saying I agree with the burning and looting of shops, not at all. But it's the only way the establishment is going to listen to people. Now, the Prime Minister of Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, he came out and he says they've shamed Dublin and shamed Ireland. Well, my message for you, you rat, is you and your government are the people who shamed Ireland and shamed Dublin with this mass immigration and betrayal of your people, just like our government has in Britain. You're the ones who should hang your heads in shame, not them people out there last night standing up for what they believe in. And like I say again, I don't agree with the looting of shops and burning of shops, but it's the only thing that the establishment will understand is confrontation. The people of Ireland, the people of Britain, the people of Europe didn't ask for multiculturalism. They didn't ask for mass illegal immigration of terrorists, paedophiles, drug dealers, murderers. We didn't ask for that. It's what yous have brought upon us. It's that simple. My heart goes out to the family of the children and the two adults that was stabbed as well. But like I say to the Prime Minister of Ireland, it's you and your government that should hang your head in shame what you've done. Basically what every government in Europe has done and in our country. You've got no respect for your own past, your own culture and your own future by doing what you have done, by bringing these parasites in to our countries. That's my opinion and that's how I see it. Now I want to speak about a survey that was done yesterday. In Britain, 16% of teachers self-censor the teaching in their classrooms because of fear of offending and being labelled racist. Basically with the Muslim population. Now this is not aimed at any kids. I've said it before and I'll say it again, all kids are sacred. When you come to another country and you live, especially when you get the living, the tolerance that this country gives and everything that goes with it, everything free, you adapt. And even if you're not going to integrate, you go along with what they're learning in schools. So no teacher should be having to do self-censoring lessons for fear of being branded a racist. If the parents is not happy, well, why don't they go back to where they come from? And if the first or second or third generation who's in this country and they still don't like it, why don't they go back to motherland full stop? But that'll never happen, will it? Because we've got it too good here. That's my opinion. And that's how I see it. Such is the chaos and murders and abuse, child rapes, and child abuse, and young women getting murdered in Europe, that the most tolerant and peaceable nation in Europe, and in my opinion the world, the Dutch, the Netherlands, have voted in the anti-EU, the anti-Islam, and the anti-migration Freedom Party. Such is the frustration with the masses in this country and every country. If you have an opinion that doesn't go with the left-wing Nazis, who have most of the say because they control the media and the press, and in my opinion, every politician in Europe and government is being corrupted by dirty oil money. That's how I see it. When these people of the Netherlands have voted this party in, it says it all. It's telling you enough is enough. So I salute the people of the Netherlands for doing this. I hope it spreads. You've got the army on the streets in Sweden. You've got Finland basically closed every border to stop them coming in. You've got Pakistan kicking 3,000 Afghans out for being illegal immigrants. But guess what? Good old Blighty is taking them in. Like I say, and I'll say it again and again, if you're British and you're working class, and especially if you're white in this country, it's my personal opinion, then you're second class. Because the establishment and the police and every politician, barring a handful, are racially pro-bias. I also include the law and judges. That's just my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Such is the leniency in the law in this country towards Muslim people, and basically in 2018, Adil Hamad was on trial for raping a 13-year-old girl, which he pled guilty to because he was naive and inexperienced, and went to an Islamic school where he was taught that women are no better than a piece of shit on your shoe. And after admitting to raping this 13-year-old girl, he was given an 18-month suspended sentence. Now for me, in my opinion, he should have had his balls chopped off, shoved in his mouth and stitched his mouth up. But I reiterate, that should happen to everybody, anybody who abuses a child. Doesn't matter what race, what religion you are, that's what should be happening. But if it had been a British lad and that had been done to a girl from a minority race, what do you think would have happened? Well, I don't have to explain that to her. So, as far as I'm concerned, enough is enough. The people of Dublin, excluding the looting and the burning of the cars, I salute you. The people of the Netherlands, I take me out after you, and I can't wait for the day it happens in my country. But to be honest, my country woke up in 2016 with the Brexit vote. We voted to leave Europe. It was like a nuclear bomb hitting this country, the establishment. David Cameron's dummy is still travelling, but he's wormed and squirmed his way back in to the Prime Minister of the dark state. And by dark state, what I mean is he was manoeuvred 12 months before he was Prime Minister. He knew he was going in. Rishi Sunak, the man with marathon balls, size of peas, honey. So I'm going to leave you with that, people. If you've liked it, all well and good. If you haven't, I'm not really bothered.